something that she could relate to. But then I always met Tony at crossroads. We were always right in the process of moving somewhere, and we just crossed paths always. I remember meeting her first, must have been the late 70s or the early 80s, and I was going to New York, and she was going to San Diego, where she lived and where she established one of those. She always had a movement behind or in front of her or around her. She never was her. Tony was a movement. She was a tidal wave, and she turned everything around and made it different and meaningful. So I was living at that time in Mexico, and then again we met because I went to San Diego. And I stayed with her and Mina, and that beautiful place they had where they made miracles every day. How can you make a miracle every day? Well, she managed to do it. So we shared there, and again we met in Puerto Rico. I was leaving Cubuy for Mexico, and she was coming to Cubuy to live there and to try a new project. Another grandiose project, because all the projects were great. She never thought small, she always thought big. It's because she had faith in each and every person she ever met. She was a believer that things could change, and that change began then and there with you and I. And she always was you and I. She believed in the collective, but the collective always began with individuals. She was always certain that things could change. She believed in unity, in diversity. And she meant it. She worked for it. So I believe the last crossroads we met at was in New York, where she came back from Puerto Rico, and I was going from New York to Puerto Rico. And by then she was sick, physically sick. There's nothing else that was sick in her person, because she was all there, and all hopeful, and all with spirits and planning to go ahead, and making all sorts of schemes about changing the world, because she came to this world in order to change it. And believe me, and you will know that she did change it. Well, I wish I had a glass in my hand so I could toast to Tony.